want to start working your way up to be able to do them, or if you can do your forearm stands but can't hold them and you find yourself falling out of them every now and again, we're going to strip it back to the basic exercises and drills we can do to enable us to be able to perform it. Okay, so let's get started straight away. So we're just going to start to warm the shoulders up before we come into our drills. So as you inhale, rolling the shoulders back and down, lifting the palms towards the ceiling, interlocking the fingers, and just placing towards the ceiling. Try not to draw the shoulders up to the ears, relaxing the shoulders, engaging Uddiyana Bandha, lifting through the navel. And then as we exhale, rolling the shoulders round, bringing that navel in towards the spine and then spine towards the backs of the room as we press those arms forward. Inhale, lift through the shoulders. Try not to extend the belly and the chest forward. Keep a nice straight line in the spine. We're just working on the shoulders here. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift with the shoulders, lift with the palms. Relaxing the head and the ears. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. So yeah, this movement can be performed minute to 2 minutes every day. I'm just going to try and talk you through every little sequence today. Nice and quickly, so I'm not here rambling for ages. Okay, so we're going to come into our Garudasana arms. This is our eagle arms. As we inhale, I want you to lift both arms, then bending at the elbows. Bring the left elbow, over the tops of the right elbow. So your left elbow is over the tops. Press the backs of the palms together. And then maybe you can take the double bind by walking that right hand back, left arm forward, and then wrapping the arms around each other, pressing those palms together. So don't worry if you're not here, just keeping the backs of the palms together. If you're here, wonderful. As we inhale, we're going to lift the arms forward and upwards. And just working on opening out the shoulders, the shoulder girdles. Then exhale, release down. Again, inhale, lift up and away from the head. Exhale, release down, roll the shoulders. One last time, inhale, lift. And then exhale, bring them back to your eagle arms. Inhale, lift the arms. And then exhale, we're going to bring the left arm down the backs of your spine. And first of all, we're going to see if we can bring the palms together behind your back. So bringing the right arm around the backs of you. I'll come to show you. We want to try to meet the hands. If you can't yet meet the hands, let me grab a strap. So if you have a dressing gown, tie, a strap, it really doesn't matter. So if you're finding it really too hard to connect those palms together and you're finding it a bit tight, you want to find your strap or your dressing gown tie. And just bringing that right left arm over the tops of you again, right arm around the backs to meet the opposite side of the tie, and then you just start to walk those hands closer together as you start to open out the shoulders a little bit more. So just working with your own shoulders and just coming to a place of comfort. And just holding this 1 to 2 minutes every time you practice. Really good. Next, exhale, release the arms, give them a little bit of a shake. And we're going to come and do Garudasana arms on the opposite side, our eagle arms. As we inhale, lift the arms. This time bringing the right arm over the tops of the left as we bend at the elbows, pressing the palms together, and then see if you can take the double bind, where you bring the right arm forward, left arm back, then twizzle them around each other, pressing those palms together. As we inhale, lift the arms away from the face and up towards the ceiling. Great, guys. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, last time, lift the arms. And then exhale, fold forward. Next, inhale, back to the center and interlock your hands, bringing the right arm down your back. This time at the tops And then see if you can bring the left arm around the back to meet your right as we extend that shoulder backwards. Try not to extend the chest and the belly forward at the same time. Really engage your Uddiyana Bandha. Lift through the pelvic floors. Lift through your abdominal lock. Again, if it's too tight and you can't reach your hands yet, finding your dressing down lead, your strap, whatever you have, and bringing it round the tops with your top arm and finding the opposite end of the tie with your opposite hand and just walking your hands slowly towards one another. And just keeping it nice and open. Again, holding this for about 90 seconds to about 2 minutes, whatever feels great for you. The longer you hold, the more we tend to start to open out these areas and you start to build that kind of memory through the body. Well done, guys. Amazing. So just shaking out your hands again. We're going to come straight into a nice extended puppy pose. So let's go ahead and get started straight away with our puppy pose. Just bringing your knees about hip distance apart, bringing those big toes to touch one another. And we're going to extend the arms out long in front of us as we lift through the pelvis and lift through the hips. Bring that navel in towards the spine and extend the chest towards the mat. It's really up to you if you bring your chin towards the mat or the tops of your head down towards the mat, but wherever you are, try not to sink through the chest and the shoulders. You want to lift through the hips and lift those forearms off the mat. Press the palms. Use your hasta bandhas to press them down in towards the mat as we look forward or as we have our forehead down to the earth. Really up to you. And just starting to find that space down the length of your body and your ribs. Really activating your arms. Really press the palms into the mat and lift through the forearms. Well done. Couple more deep breaths. Just finding that space and finding that integrity, that strength through the arms. Well done. As we inhale back to our tabletop, and we come to sit on our buns and bring the legs out in front of us. We're going to have do a round of bow pose, and then what I'd suggest is you do bow pose for 5 breaths, as I'm going to show you now. Back to your extended puppy pose, and then come back into your bow pose 3 times. I'm only going to do it with once round with you guys, but you can go ahead and do this up to 10 times if you want. The more strength we have in our core and the backs of our body, the longer we'll be able to hold our forearms down. Great. So just shuffling back with our butt so that our sit bones can be grounded down towards the earth. And I'm going to start to shift the weight back a little bit onto the backs of our sit bones. At the same time, really lifting through the backs of your body, lifting through the core. Engaging Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha, so our pelvic floors lifting up, our core lock lifting up towards the ceiling. Extend those arms out long in front of you, palms facing towards the sky. And we start to lift those feet out in front of us, so making a kind of right angle with our legs. And then press into those feet, flexing at the feet. As you inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and down the spine. And then start to extend those legs out long in front of you. Lifting through the core. Try not to dump down. Keep it really, nice and lifted. For 4. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale, really slowly lower those legs back to our right angles. Inhale for 1. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 4. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. Hug those legs into you. Well done, guys. I know that was tricky. So coming back onto our knees, feet touching. Hips can be knees about hip distance apart, extending those arms out long, lifting through the hips and pressing your heart and your chest closer towards the ground. And back into our extended puppy pose again, chin or forehead down on the earth. Hasta banda, pressing those hands in towards the earth. Really good. So yeah, as I've suggested before, maybe coming back to your boat pose for 2 more rounds. And just doing as we did in that first round then. Really good. Well done. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come in to our plank. So bringing our hands a little bit out in front of us, tucking out the toes, and then lifting the hips, pressing the floor away with the palm, making sure your index fingers are facing the front of the room. And then lift. Really good. So you want to really bring those shoulders all the way up towards the ceiling. Bring that navel in towards the spine. Try not to dump through the hips and the shoulders. You want to keep it really lifted. And then lifting through the kneecaps. And then we just want to start to shift the weight a little bit forward over the wrist, building that strength in the wrists. Few more breaths. And then as we exhale, we're going to come down onto our forearms. So just walking those hands out in front of us. We want to make sure that our shoulders are in line with our elbows here. So try not to press them too far up. You want to keep it really low, nice long line in the backs of your body. Pressing through your toes, lifting through the core, lifting through the shoulder blades. Well done. Exhale, release the knees. Bring the feet together, little mini child's pose, extending those arms. Well done, guys. Staying with me here. We're going to carry on with this pace, just working through each exercise, building that strength in the core and the shoulders, in the glutes, everything. That is going to come in handy when we come to our forearm stand. Amazing. This time we're going to come straight to our forearm stand. So just bringing those hands out in front of you. I might actually come to turn around because I noticed the hand is the opposite way. Just bringing those hands out in front of you. Place both your hands on just by the elbows to make sure your elbows are about shoulder distance apart. If they're shoulder distance apart, you should nicely be able to wrap those hands a little bit around the tops of your elbows. And extend the arms out in front of you, palms facing the floor. And then tucking at the toes, bringing them to the backs of your mat. And then shifting the weight forward. We're going to work on a few forearm plank drills. So as we exhale, we're going to start to shift the weight forward over those elbows a little bit. So bringing the shoulders a little bit over those elbows. Exhale back. No, inhale, sorry. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Again, keeping that lifting through the core. Exhale forward. Looking forward. Inhale back. 2 more rounds. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Try to lift into your plank. Pressing the palms away, lifting through the shoulder, lifting through the core. And then exhale, release the knees. And then come to sit at the back, shake out the hands. Really good. I know this is hard on the core and the forearms, but this is the steps what we're going to have to do if you want to finally get into your forearm stand. Just having patience with your own body, patience with your practice, and eventually one day you'll be able to do it. Really good. So we're going to come into our downward facing dog. So placing the palms out in front of you, tugging at the toes just round through the backs of your mat, and then lifting through the knees as you inhale. Exhale, press the mat away with the hands. Lift the pelvis, lift the hips towards the ceiling, and then start to press those heels down towards the earth as we roll the shoulders back and down the spine, away from the ears, and lift through the navel. Straighten at the backs of your body. It's okay if your legs are bent here as well. And just working with what feels good on your hamstrings. Press the mat away wherever you are. Chest draws towards the thighs. Amazing. And then we're going to look forward between the hands. Dropping onto one forearm and dropping onto the opposite forearm. Keeping the hips raised. And pressing through the elbows. And then as you can see here, my shoulders and elbows are not in one straight line. I'm pressing the floor mat away so that my elbows are a little more far forward than the shoulders. So to correct this, I'm just going to start to shift the weight forward more until my shoulders and elbows are in one straight line. Now you can see they're in one straight line. You can actually see just through the corner of your eye. You'll notice if you're pressing too far into your hands, as your shoulders will be a lot more further back than the elbows. You just want to bring the weight forward. It just brings it a little more into the core. Next, inhale, lift through one arm, straighten the arm, lift through the opposite arm, press back into your downward facing dog. Well done, guys. We're going to go again. So pressing one forearm down. Inhale deeply, pressing the other forearm down on the exhale. And making sure those shoulders and elbows are in one straight line as we lift through Uddiyana Bandha, or abdominal lock. Lift the navel. Exhale, drop the knees. Bring the weight back to the heels, shake out your arms. Really good. I know you're working hard because this is hard work for me as well. That's what I wanted to say. So again, we're going to come straight back into our downward facing dog. So the drill now, lifting through your back heels. Lift the knees up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, press them out away with the palms. Press those heels down. Again, you can bend those knees if you need. And then lifting through the navel, lifting the pelvis and the hips towards the sky. And then inhale, looking forward between the hands. This time, see if you can press the floor away with your palms and press both your forearms down to the mat at the same time. It's a little more tricky, but just take it nice and slowly. Again, as you can see, you want to shift that weight forward. Shoulders and elbows in one straight line. Exhale, press the palms away. Shoulders draw away from the elbows. Inhale forward, shoulders above the elbows. Exhale, push them away. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, push away. One last time. Inhale forward. Exhale, push away. Inhale forward, drop the knees. Bring the hips back to the heels. Shake out your hands. Well done. So we've already kind of been introduced to our dolphin with coming into that layering down into our forearms from our downward facing dog. But I'm going to show you how to come straight into your dolphin. So again, bringing those elbows out in front of you, press the hands just above either the opposite elbow, making sure the elbows are in one straight line. Then we extend the arms out in front of us, pressing the palms in towards the earth. And then tucking at your back toes, walk the knees a little closer towards your belly. As you inhale, lift through the knees and press the floor away with your feet. Press the mat away with your hands. And you can start to walk the feet a little bit closer towards your body. Press the mat away through the forearms. Really lift through the shoulders. And just working on building that strength through the shoulders, through the forearms. I'm going to start to walk the feet to the back of your mat, come into your forearm plank. Inhale, lift into your dolphin. Walk the feet closer towards you. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, walk the feet to dolphin. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the knees, heels back. Hips back to the heels, shake out your hands. Well done. So just repeating these drills, maybe reps of 10 each time. It's really going to help build that strength around the shoulders, forearms, get used to that feeling of being inverted. Really good. We're going to come straight back to our dolphin. So again, checking your alignment, making sure the elbows are at hip distance apart, palms pressing down towards the ground. As we inhale, tucking at your toes, lifting the knees, pressing them out away with the feet. You might want to walk those feet a little closer towards you. And the next inhale, we're going to start to lift through the right foot towards the ceiling. No need to lift it so high, just start to lift a little bit. Pressing the mat away, being nice and strong through the forearms, through the shoulders. And we're going to start to lift the left heel towards the sky, coming onto the toes. Exhale, release the heel. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, release the heel. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, release the heel. Inhale. Exhale, release the right foot, drop those knees. Hips back to the heels, shake out the arms. Really good, that was a tricky one. So we're going to go ahead and try that on the opposite side then. You may notice little differences on the opposite side. Maybe a little bit trickier, a little bit easier. Everyone's slightly different. And we tend not to have that balance at the start between either sides of our body because we always kind of work with the side that is our better side. Great. So I'll stop rambling, let's carry on. So making sure your elbows are about, shoulder width apart, just checking your alignment, bring the palms out in front of you. As you inhale, tucking your back at your toes, lifting the knees up towards the sky, maybe walking the feet a little closer towards you. And then finding that stability through the right leg as you lift the left towards the ceiling. You can point that to or flex the foot, it's really up to you. Next, inhale, lift the heels of the right foot off the mat, coming onto the toes. Exhale, release the heel. Really good, guys. Inhale, lift the heel onto the toes. Exhale, release the heel. Well done. Inhale, lift through the heel. Exhale, release the heel. Inhale, lift through the heel. All at the same time, guys. Head facing towards the mat. Don't look forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release the left leg. And drop the knees. Heels back to the knees and shake out the hands. Really good. I actually forgot to mention that. I just realised when we were down there in our dolphin. Every time we're in our dolphin, we're in our forearm plank, we want the crowns of the head reaching towards the earth. It's so easy to get lost and have the head crunched up towards the wall in front of us. We want to be drawing that head down, drawing the energy up in one straight line. Amazing. So again, those drills, reps of 10 every time you do them. I'm going to maybe make a post on my Instagram with all the different poses you can do, so you can always come back to them without really having to watch the video. And I'll just make a kind of simple plan for you guys to follow. Next exercise. So I want you to come to the wall, just make sure that your feet are flexed and placed on the wall. We're actually going to turn ourselves around. So noticing when your sit bones are, just turn yourselves around, mark that spot. And then this is where your elbows are going to come. So your arms are going to come here and your elbows are going to come. So once you're here, I want you to find a block, or if you don't have a block, you can use a block. Can't speak. A book, like a big dictionary. It doesn't matter. So just working with what you have. And you're going to bring this block just between the hands. Yeah, so just bringing it between the elbows, not the hands. And then when you're ready, I want you to press the mat away with the palms, keeping that alignment. And then start to lift as you're lifting into your dolphin. And then start to walk those feet up the wall into one straight line. You're making sure that your elbows are stacked directly below the shoulders. And then lifting the navel in towards the spine, making sure there's one straight long line in the backs of your body. And just noticing how this feels, building that strength through the arm, through the shoulders, pressing the mat away with the arms, with the forearms, with the palms. And then just going to walk yourself back down, release the hips to the heels, shake out the arms. So maybe you just started to notice when you have the block between your elbows, it just helps you to keep that alignment. This time, what we're going to work with is bringing that block between the hands. We're going to repeat exactly the same thing we just did then, but pressing the hands in to the block, which is what I like to do. Or you can also press the mat away, or lift the palms towards the ceiling. The only difference between lifting the palms up towards the ceiling when we're in our forearm plank is it starts to externally rotate our elbows and opens the chest out a bit more and gives you a little more space. However, it can be a little trickier, especially if you're a beginner. So you might want to just play around and see if you prefer having facing down, there's a bit more stability, but it internally rotates those shoulders, so your chest is not as open. I'm a big fan of chest openers and back bends, which is why I do tend to go for the palms up version. Right, so I'll stop rambling, let's go ahead. So bringing that book between the hands this time, making sure you're still aligned in the correct way. You can just check again by bringing yourself to sit with your feet facing the wall, then marking where your sit bones are to bring your elbows to that point. So tucking at the toes, lifting into your dolphin, and making sure your shoulders are directly below the elbows, crown of the head facing down towards the earth, towards the mat, wherever you are. And then starting to walk those feet up the wall. Again, keep that head facing down towards the ground, pressing the blocks away, making sure you've got that nice alignment in the length of your spine by lifting your Uddiyana Bandha, lifting that navel in towards the spine. Press the mat away with those forearms. Feeling that integrity through the length of your body. May want to start to play with lifting one leg towards the ceiling. Again, keep your belly button pulled in towards the spine. As soon as you start to relax through the belly, you'll start to come into a back bend, banana back. You don't want that. Keep that integrity. Exhale, release that leg. Inhale, extend the opposite leg. Engage the glutes, press the thighs together. Exhale, release the leg. And then start to walk your feet all the way back, down. Shake out the arms. Really good, I know this is hard. So, let's go ahead and, actually no, we're going to stay exactly where we are. This time you can remove the block or the book, whatever you have with you. So just checking you have that perfect alignment again. I'm going to just recheck. Marking where your sit bones are. Bringing your elbows down. Again, you can have your palms facing down with internally rotated shoulders, or if you want them facing up towards the ceiling. This is completely up to you. So, let's go ahead and get started. One thing as well to mention, it doesn't really matter too much if your wrists are straight out in front of you or if they're pressed inwards together. The main thing is to keep the elbows shoulder distance apart. So you can start to move your hands around, finding all those different kind of wrist positions that you may see. That is not the big thing to be thinking about when you're starting your forearms up. Making sure the elbows are directly below the shoulders is the key thing. Really good. Next, inhale, tucking at the toes, lifting into your dolphin. Then walking the feet straight up onto the wall. Again, bring that navel in towards the spine. And maybe starting to lift one leg towards the ceiling. At the same time, you might want to start to bend at your bottom leg. So bring that knee closer in towards the chest. Extend your opposite leg up towards the ceiling. You're bringing that knee in towards your chest. And this is going to prevent you from banana backing over. And just keeping that nice alignment, lifting through the shoulders. Exhale, release that leg. Extend the opposite leg straight away. This time bending at your bottom knee, bringing that knee in towards the chest. Lifting through the shoulders, through the forearms. Exhale, release that leg. Then release the leg straight down to the floor. Give the arms a little bit of a shake. You may start to notice sensations running down the length of your arm. Great, so that as well is a perfect exercise to be practicing every day, just to get used to building that strength all around the shoulders, building that strength through the length of your arm and your forearms. Sorry, let's turn back away, back to face the wall again. So now we're facing the wall. We want to find your block or your book. And we're going to place it between the palms again. This time we've just got the wall behind us to act as a little bit of a support for us. Could start to fall over. I'm going to going to show you what we don't want. So as we lift, coming into our dolphin, and then we're going to start to hop those feet towards the wall. You'll notice my feet are on the wall, and that my back's gone a bit floppy, my belly's floppy. I've got a banana back in my back, and this is just going to cause us to collapse in the lumbar spine and cause lots of nasty injuries in the future. We don't want this. We want to keep that integrity through the length of the spine. Okay, so that is what we don't want. So if you start to notice when you're kicking up at the wall, your legs are coming over the head, be placed on the wall, and you start to feel, you start to lose that integrity in the belly, and you roll the spine forward, then you know then this is not how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you how we should do it now. So again, bringing that block just a few spaces between the wall. You can press those palms in towards or just press the palms next to it. It's really up to you. Make sure you've got that alignment in your elbows, shoulder distance apart. Really good. So as we inhale, lifting straight into our dolphin, stacking the shoulders above the elbows. And we're going to start to lift one foot towards the sky, so lifting through that foot. And we're just going to play with our little hops. So as we hop our left foot, we're on the toes of our left foot, we bring that knee in towards the belly. Try not to extend the heel up. As soon as you start extending the heel, you'll start to notice you're bringing it more into a kind of back bend, and you lose that integrity in the spine. So just hopping, leaving that knee in towards the chest as well. You can still find the wall with your leg, with that right leg, as long as you keep that left foot in towards your body. Left knee, sorry. So again, just shaking it out every time you get a little bit tired, into a child's pose, extended puppy, or just having that moment to shake out your elbows. So really good. What we just did there is we were using that wall to kind of give us that support system behind us if we start to fall forward, and to kind of give you that idea of how the backs of your body can be. You can still use the wall with your upper leg as you saw me do. I'll show you again. So just keep bringing that, and the leg to the wall is completely okay, as long as your shoulders and elbows are in one straight line, and you're leaving that left knee drawn in towards the belly. You're not extending the heel towards the glutes. As soon as you start to extend that heel, press the heel in towards your butt. That starts to bring lose the integrity through the belly and starts to bring you into a banana back. You want to keep that lower leg drawn in towards you. And you might start to notice you can lift your top leg away from the wall. Exhale, release down. So just having to play around with that. It's completely okay if your leg is still up at the wall. It's just having a little play around every time you come to this pose. Starting to extend that leg away from the wall. The more you bring your left leg, so the more you bring that left leg in towards the chest, you're really guiding that leg in towards the chest. You're engaging Uddiyana Bandha, which is your abdominal lock. You're lifting the navel in towards the spine, finding that integrity through the torso. As long as this is happening, as you start to lift that leg away, your alignment through the length of your spine is going to be perfect. Okay, so let's go and try it with the opposite side this time. So again, you don't need to use the block, it just can help you when you're beginning to keep that alignment nice and perfect. So again, finding that alignment, elbows directly below the shoulders, press, swing the block or the book, whatever you want. And then tucking your toes, lifting into your dolphin. Shoulders below, elbows below the shoulders. This time we're going to start to lift the left leg towards the ceiling, crown of the head facing down towards the mat, towards the ground, and then hopping through your bottom leg. Just getting used to this sensation. You may find it a little bit different with this leg. Just hopping. When you hop, keeping that knee, that leg drawn in towards the chest. Don't allow for that heel to be guided towards the glutes. As soon as it's guided towards the glutes, banana back occurs. You do not want that. So again, crown of the head facing towards the mat, pressing the forearms away, lifting through the shoulders, bunny hops. Keeping that leg drawn in towards the chest. Again, you can press the wall with your top arm, keeping those elbows, shoulders in one straight line. You may start to lift away from the wall. Keep that leg drawn in. Exhale. Release down, release the hips to the heels. And just having a break every so often. Please do not panic if you're finding this a little bit hard after every lift up. You're finding that you're going to need a couple minutes to just chill out, get your breath back. Look at me, I'm losing my breath as well. It's so normal. Great. So next part is to come into our full forearm plank. So when you start to build that strength through guiding your lower leg in towards the chest, lifting through your top leg towards the ceiling as you engage your glutes, press the thighs in together. So let's come to that with one another. So again, you can keep that block between the hands. You can remove the block as well if you want. It's really up to you. For hands facing downwards or hands can be facing towards the ceiling. It's up to you. Make sure your elbows are in line with the shoulders and are shoulder width apart. Tuck the toes into dolphin. And then it's up to you which leg you hop up first. I'm going to hop my right, bring the left one in towards my belly, lift your top leg towards the ceiling. Again, you can find the wall if you want. And once you're here and you're finding you can balance for a bit longer with that bottom leg drawn in towards the belly, keeping that integrity through the belly, pressing your top leg towards the ceiling. You can start to lift your upper leg as well and come straight into your forearm stand. If you then start to tumble over and find the wall, make sure you don't lose that integrity through the belly and come in to a curved back. Keep your glutes engaged. Keep that navel drawn in towards the spine and press the feet away towards the ceiling. Exhale. You can release one leg, release the opposite leg. Hips to heels, shake out the arms. Well done. So I hope this kind of helps you guys. So every time you're practicing these kind of poses, it is really intense on the arms, on the shoulders. And you should definitely give yourself some credit for every pose and start to tick off your list. So again, you may want to end your practice, your forearm stand practice, in an extended puppy, which is one of my favourite poses. Just release the length of my spine, release the belly, because you can start, not release the belly, you still want to engage your Uddiyana Bandha, release the chest and the ribs, extend those arms forward, press through your Hasta Bandha, pressing those palms in towards the ground, lifting through the hips and the pelvis. And then we're just going to practice with lifting our Uddiyana Bandha, our core lock. And then we want to try and lift through the pelvic floor muscles, our Mula Bandha. Really good. And just finding your breath, finding your stillness. Inversions can be quite exciting. You get the heart going, get the blood rushing to the tops of your head. So it's super important that after we invert, we just allow for our body, for our mind, to come back to a nice, normal state of breathing, stillness, and just relaxing. You may want to also bring the knees together and come into a nice welcoming child's pose after this. Just working with every pose I've taught you guys today, your planks, your forearm planks, lifting the shoulder blades towards the ceiling, lifting through the belly, really working with your core lock, your abdominal lock, lifting through the pelvic floors really can help you. And then your dolphin and key pose. Your boat pose is going to help those core muscles. And then using the wall. The wall is there for your support system. And also using the wall to teach you what is right, what is wrong. Just allowing there to be no judgment, just helping you to continue through your practice, your journey. Amazing. Just coming back after you're ready with your child's pose, rolling the shoulders back and down the spine, maybe smiling. Yeah, so well done today, guys. As I said, I'll make an Instagram post with all the key poses I taught you guys today, so you can come back to them anytime you want. And the main thing with forearm plank is patience, time. You will eventually get it. You just have to carry on working with these drills, working with all these exercises, your planks, your downward dogs, your dolphins, using your wall. The wall is your support system. And just trusting yourself and trusting the journey as you build your strength. Thank you, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, any questions, ask away.